All right, let's dive into self-doubt. 4 ways I've overcome self-doubt. And don't get it twisted. This is something that I still battle with every day. Self-doubt has been something that has always been within me. It's been an issue since I started sports. But even a bigger issue once I graduated college, because once I graduated college, I felt like I lost my identity. Like for the longest time, baseball was my identity. And once I finished baseball, I feel like there was nothing attached to me. I didn't know who the hell I was. But let's dive in to the 4 ways that have helped me overcome this issue. Number 1, talk to myself. Now, there's going to be a lot of people that find this very weird, especially if people catch you doing it. They're going to be like, yo, what the hell is wrong with you? But it's one thing if you're constantly just talking to yourself and you're being negative, then maybe that might raise an issue. But if you're talking to yourself to encourage yourself, then there's nothing wrong with it. And I also think at times you do need to be harsh on yourself. You do need to be real. So there are going to be times where you are a little harsh on yourself. Like, hey, get your shit together. What the hell are you doing? Like, I go through this all the time, but I have those conversations with myself, those hard conversations, whether I have a good experience or a bad experience. I have those conversations with myself so I can reflect. And sometimes I might not have that person to vent to, so why not be able to look at myself in the mirror, or just talk to myself in thin air? Like, why can't I have those conversations with myself? There's nothing wrong with that. I feel like that's how you can build self-belief, if you're encouraging yourself to do more as opposed to relying on someone else to encourage you. You have to have self-reliance. You have to rely on yourself in order to get to where you want to go. Because if you don't, then eventually when that person or thing that you're leaning on isn't there, you don't know how to handle it. And another thing is you have to be your own cheerleader. You have to be the person that claps for yourself. Because when you're doing the self-work behind the scenes, there's no one clapping for you. There's no one who fully understands what you're striving towards. There's no one who fully understands your vision. And it's not made for them to understand. They might understand when your vision comes to fruition, but that's one thing, is I talk to myself. Number 2 is going to be pick one thing that I fear or hate and consistently attack it. What am I doing right now? I'm recording. I hate it. And I mentioned this in one of my previous videos that I'll link in the description below, and I'll put it at the end of this video if you want to, click it and watch it. But that's one of my most vulnerable videos, where I expose myself on being scared of recording, stumbling over my words, striving for perfection, talking about how I judge myself with how I look on screen. And all I'm doing is mentally defeating myself when I do that. It's holding me back from looking at the bigger picture. So what it boils down to is I got to focus on being consistent, not focusing on the perfect thumbnail, not focusing on the perfect video. I just got to focus on consistently showing up, and not every day. I feel like there's too many people that harp on every day, post a video every day, post a TikTok every day, post a TikTok 3 to 4 times a day. It's like, that's how burnout occurs. That's how people get overwhelmed, especially when they're putting in the time and effort and they're not getting the results that they wish for. Or they implement these tips, and just because they implement the tips, they think that the tips are going to automatically work for them, and that's not how it works. So I'm focusing on consistently showing up, I might post a video every day, I might not, but I'm not going to give myself shit for it because I know that I'm being consistent. Number 3 is going to be embrace being cringe. So this can tie back to me recording videos. No matter what, when you start something new, you're going to go through a cringe phase. You're going to go through that phase where you're constantly judging yourself. Me personally, I hate when it comes to post-production, I hate rewatching myself through the editing. I hate it. But that's a part of the journey. You're going to go through that cringe phase. When you first start working out and you don't know what the hell you're doing, you're going through that cringe phase. But if you stay consistent over time, if you consistently show up, you're going to get better form. You're going to learn new ways to hit different muscle groups. And you're going to learn more things that help you progress. And you're going to learn so many new things about yourself, whether it's through your strength, whether it's through your nutrition. If you stay consistent with it, you'll learn more over time. So that's what I'm doing. I'm embracing the fallbacks. I'm embracing the cringe phase that I'm going through right now, so that it's going to help me grow down the road over time, and I can continue to help people get through this phase. Because a lot of people think that they're going to skip this phase. Like, no. It's going to happen to you no matter what. When you start something completely new, when you have no knowledge of it, that's just how the journey works. Number 4, I was thinking about making this a bonus, but I feel like this is important too. Whether you believe in God or not, that's your opinion, that's your perspective, but I do. I'm not the type of person that goes to church. I've never been a big fan. I used to go to church when I was younger with my parents. Even my parents don't even go to church as much as they used to. But I know, like, especially my mom, she goes to church when she can. But, nowadays, like, people are so busy, like, we really don't have time for it. But I'm not the type of person that wants to go to church and sit there for an hour to 2 hours. And, like, I feel like I'm more productive when it comes to talking with God. Like, I'm more productive when I talk to him myself. And I pray. There are days where I forget to pray, but I try to be as consistent as possible having conversations with God, because you're going to go through a lonely phase too. Like I mentioned before, you're going to go through a cringe phase, but you're going to go through a lonely phase too. And I feel like isolation is important, but you also got to realize that you're not alone. You're not the only one feeling this way. You're not the only one going through what you're going through. There's someone else out there that has it worse than you. So you have to connect with God, have that conversation, ask him for forgiveness, whether you've committed a sin or not, or just ask him for blessings. You know what I'm saying? Like, if no one's having your back, if you feel like your back's against the wall, connect with God. He'll be there for you. That's just how I look at it. But those are the 4 ways that help me overcome self-doubt. Self-doubt is something that I still deal with every day, especially when it comes to creating content, putting myself out there. It's not easy because I'm an introvert and I don't like putting every aspect of my life out there, but I do know that my story and my struggles can help someone out there. And that's the bigger picture that I'm talking about. You can't make it all about yourself. Like, you can prioritize yourself, but you have to also look at the bigger picture. Like, it's not all about yourself. Like, my why, what continues to keep me going, is not just myself, but my family. My parents have always been there for me. No matter if it was through baseball, through school, whatever it was, they're always there. like, they support my clothing brand. They're always trying to, you know, reach out to other people, even though I do tell them to, hey, like, don't send my link to family members. Like, my family's not my audience, and I have a big family, but my family's not my audience. You know what I'm saying? I want people wearing my stuff. I want the people that are wearing my stuff or support my brand, I want them to be striving towards something too. And that's the most important thing to me. If you're not striving towards something, if you're constantly playing victim, then I don't want you wearing my stuff, because you're not connecting to my message. It's take control or be controlled. And if you're living in that victim mentality, you know, you're letting your experiences control you and control how you move in life. And you can't be that way. But yeah, take any of these 4. Hope this helps. And I'm going to catch you on the next video. Take control or be controlled.